Just want to give y'all some driving tactics that they do. You see this black car in front of me? They got in front of me. I was doing about 63. I'm down to 59. You see this white car behind me with their lights on? This is called the box-in tactic. If you would pay attention, that white car that was up in front of the black car was trying to put their blinker on to signal that they're getting over. So this is what you do. You stay in your rear view, looking at that car, you get over. And watch for these cars to shift. These cars going to eventually shift behind you. Some way, somehow. Whether they're going to try to cut you off to get back in front of you, or they're going to continuously rev beside you or behind you like they're going somewhere, but the destination that they're going is nowhere. So, just showed you the white pickup truck on the side view mirror. You see this black car still right here, riding very, very slow. Out of state plates, California tags. And we still got the white car that's up ahead of this red car, one car. So, you know, this is all try to be a containment, if it makes sense. Like, containment situation. Try to keep you contained in a boxing atmosphere while you on the road so that they can have full control of when you get off the road that they're in your way. You know, and usually when I'm driving, I always do the speed limit and do a little more because of the times that I'm coming up. And at the times that I'm coming up, you gotta understand that these people are out here for a reason, doing what they doing. So this guy right here was just beside me, and they just jumped behind me. So, you know, look, I didn't get off the exit or nothing, but they just still behind me. So you never know who's on the road. This with the watchers. It's always constantly watching somebody. Be annoying, try to cause road rage and stuff like that. You just keep your cool and do what you gotta do, and not be entertained by it. So, as I'm still driving, I'm coming up on this white car. It still has this blinker on for the left turn to get into the left lane if they want to turn. So that car still ain't get over. I'm still in this lane. I ain't get over. And at the same time, you gotta see these tactics for what they are. Don't try to brush it off as, oh, somebody just left their blinker on after they got on the highway. No. That's a tactic for when you get close enough, and if you speed a certain amount of speed over the speed limit, they can cut you off and say that they had their blinker on, and you rear-end them, and everything is down the drain from there because of their mindset of what they want to do. So, be aware of this stuff out here. I already had one person before that was just following behind me, and I noticed they was following me for at least about 20 minutes. But I'm not speeding, I'm not jumping in and out of traffic, I'm not doing none of that stuff. I'm just staying in one lane cruising and drive how normal people drive. Just go to show you that, you know, when you out just doing what you gotta do, minding your business, and you're doing everything right, there's nothing that they can do for you because they gotta grab your attention somehow, some way. The only reason they still ain't doing their little tactics or, you know, following close to me, probably because they just said, oh, he's recording, back off. And mind you that before I was recording, I just had my phone held in my hand like I'm listening or I'm talking or I'm texting on the phone, which I wasn't doing nothing but listening to a YouTube video and getting some information about some stuff that I need that's coming up. So, you know, then I noticed the car, a female, which is who they use 9 times out of 10 as a watcher and a provoker and somebody to try to, make you feel some type of way, even if you're having a good or bad day. I noticed they was behind me. After switching from the second to the right lane to get behind me, and it's following. Then I held my phone up like I'm recording. That takes the immediate exit. But at the same time, you gotta understand that, they want to do so much watching of you, but when you record and watch them through your phone as a tag to say that, this is spot marked location where this person did XYZ, and you got that all down pat in one setting, they can't stand you. Because that's why they gotta hire multiple people. They think that people don't understand that, we're cycling through a lot of cars, we're cycling through a lot of license plates, we're cycling through a lot of people with the same mindsets of people that don't want to do nothing but make sure that they try to keep you down, keep you feeling some type of way about society and everything that go on in your life. That's not what's the circumstances here, but that's the mask of the program that they try to portray and push, so that anybody do want to try to say anything about anything, whether it's from the noise complaint, the harassment of neighbors, or the harassment of the people when you out walking, anything of that nature. You gotta understand that they always want to cover their tracks, but the biggest thing they can't cover is you recording it, whether you going live with it, or whether you recording it and posting it later, or whether you just caught it and just holding it for your own personal use. There's nothing they can do about it, because just as everybody know that the footage that they gather in public is public, this footage that we gather in public is public too. Anybody can use it. There's no copyrights on it. It's none of that. It's always that, we got the right to freedom of press and speech with religion. We got all three of those. And as far as I was concerned, that ain't changed. The country may change, the Constitution may change, but I believe that one is still the same. So that's why certain things can't be done but the illegal way. They know you got something stored on your phone, and you put it on the cloud, or you put it on something, and you ain't double back uploaded to something else. That's all that's gonna happen. They gonna end up trying to corrupt your system or delete the situation. Well, you gotta understand that, that's their way of covering themselves. Yeah, they still do the same stuff to you when you get a new phone, whatever the case may be. But it's just some quick little pointers for y'all today, man. I just want to give y'all some heads up on how to handle, maneuver, and deal with certain things and situations out here, because these people ain't smart. They nowhere near smart. Even if they are, it's somebody that's over top of them, controlling them, manipulating them, swaying them, and getting them to do the dirty work while they continuously sit up there and keep playing puppet master. It's a game of the haves and have-nots. We're the ones that have mental, spiritual, and physical power. These are the people that has monetary influence and negativity that continuously make them evolve and all that nonsense to help them continue on with themselves throughout the daily living of how they live. So you gotta understand that, that's what they thrive on. We thrive on the opposite. And there's nothing that, makes them more upset than when we just being us and they can't do nothing about it, because there's nothing else that they can do. But their tactics. And you see this white SUV beside me, it was just so close to me that it seemed like it was gonna sideswipe me. And that's another tactic that they like to try to do. Ride the line so they make it seem like they're gonna hit you. Well, one thing I'm gonna tell you about that. If you're riding the line and the other person's riding the line, and the first person that taps the other first person, that's who's gonna be able to say justifiably that, this person hit me. Because 9 times out of 10, they're gonna hit you on the door side, they're gonna hit you on the bumper side. They're not gonna hit you directly beside you, unless they literally drives up right beside you and hit you. And then it would be so illegal that, everybody would be able to see it, witness it, and understand that was part of a plan. But if somebody ain't riding beside you and they hit you, and they try to say that it's your fault and it's their fault, no, you don't go for that. That's why you take the initiative to get off the center line and move closer, inward or outward. Inward or outward. Because once they cross that line, or get so close up on that line that they touch your vehicle, it's all their fault. That's what I'm gonna tell you. It's all their fault. No matter how bad they try to make the situation look, or how they try to make the situation look in their favor. This is what they train them to do. Why you see a lot of cars with scratches, marks, crash marks, all of that things of them natures, and there's no explanation for it, but you hit something. And if you got a car that's white, anything light color with transferred paint would show exactly what happened, who did what, how it happened. You better trust and believe that, hey, all of that is gonna show. And plus you gotta understand that, you gotta protect yourself regardless, because these individuals out here are all nothing but to try to drain you, finances, energy, and anything else that they can drain you for. So be aware of that. Keep your head on a swivel when you're driving, when you're walking, when you're in stores, everything. Be aware of your surroundings. For the simple fact that, these individuals like to play sneaky things and sneaky games, like, we don't know what's going on, but we done seen the tactic so many times. It's just always one that gotta try it on you to see if it's gonna work. And when it don't work, what they do? All they do is get mad and get upset. I have no understanding of why shit like that don't faze you. Because they expect everything that they do towards you is supposed to bother you. Make your blood pressure go up. Make you feel like you need to go have a drink. You need to go have a smoke. You need to go have a happy hour or anything crazy that's not your norm. So you gotta understand, man, y'all be aware of everything that's going on around you. I mean, literally, everything that's going on around you. And don't fall victim to the nonsense of, hey, somebody cut you off, okay, cool. Let them cut you off. And if you notice that they cut you off and then they jump in front of you in your lane and then they driving extra slow, you start recording, for the simple fact that the prevention of a fraud claim against you, saying that you did something to them. They gonna tell who they is anyway. They gonna tell exactly who they is, whether you like it or not. Because it's only a certain amount of things that normal people do. You got another car behind me, right? I'm gonna go ahead and get over. So we're gonna see if they're gonna pass. It's a red Mercedes on my left hand side. You about to see him in the view now. It's a red Mercedes. This red Mercedes was following me way back there. And what they do, they just cut over in front of me. And another female in a red car doing her tactics. So back there on that road, you seen that the road was stripped. And I'm driving on the road because I know I got good tires. My car is not expensive and fancy as theirs. But the stuff that shows who they are is that she jumped literally right in front of me. But she was just behind me. I didn't need to put the camera up to put it to the rear view because I knew you was gonna go past me. Man, I slowed my speed down for a reason. You know, then they do their little tactic to take the exit. If you get a lot of that, you know, hit the thumbs up. Drop a comment in the section. Because I get that constantly. People cut you off. The next thing you know, what they doing? They going to take the exit. Or I take the exit that's coming into my neighborhood. It's a 2-lane turn. I take the left lane because I know majority of the people that's in the right lane, they going to turn off in the right lane before we get to the 4-way intersection. And that's going to slow you down and stop you up from doing what you're doing anyway. So, you got to be mindful, man. A lot of this stuff is continuously repetitive stuff that's always going on. And they can't do nothing but to continuously doing it because that's what they're paid to do. So don't take it personal. These people out here, they just don't have nothing else better to do. Don't have nothing going for themselves. So they think that they use their wits and their smarts to bother you and mess with you. So, you know, when they cut you off, let them cut you off. You can slow down. You can slow down, pull over, put your hazards on if you have to. Don't fuel the situation. And if you're in a situation where somebody cut you off and then they brake and then they turn off, and don't let that bother you neither. Back to the street where I live, where I turn down and go to where I live at. It's a busy highway. On the left-hand side, it's a business section. On the right, it's the neighborhood. So every time I drive off and I get a good head start to get to the light, to turn the way I need to go turn and get the way I need to go, you always got an individual that's going all the way to the far left to turn off in the business section. Because they know if they follow me down that street to go towards where I live at, I know they're following me. But them are some things that y'all gotta pay attention to. If you ever driving and you on a street like this, and you all the way over there where that red car is at, and you see a car veer all the way over here where this gray car is at, and make the turn off from where, the opposite from where you turning at, just know that was a person that was following you. And you need to pay more attention to your surroundings. Men and women. Because there's a lot of men and women out here coming up missing. For different and various reasons. But y'all stay safe out here, man. Stay aware. Don't let these people steal your joy. I'll let y'all later.